In 1998, Griffiths, Jesse, and Richards began designing a pilot study loosely based on the Good Friday experiment. It wasn't a psychotherapy study, Richards points out. It was a study designed to determine whether psilocybin can elicit a transcendental experience. That we were able to obtain permission to give it to healthy normals is a tribute to Roland's long history of commanding respect, both at Hopkins and in Washington. In 1999, the protocol was approved, but only after wending its way through 5 layers of review at Hopkins as well as the FDA and the DEA. Many of Griffiths' Hopkins colleagues were skeptical of the proposal, worried psychedelic research might jeopardize federal funding. One told me there were, quote, people in the Department of Psychiatry and the broader institution who questioned the work because this class of compounds carries a lot of baggage from the 60s. We had faith that the people on all these committees would be good scientists, Richards told me. And with luck, maybe a few of them had tried mushrooms in college. Roland Griffiths became the principal investigator of the trial, Bill Richards became the clinical director, and Bob Jesse continued to work behind the scenes. I can vividly remember the first session I ran after that long 22-year hiatus, Richards recalled. He and I were together in the session room at Hopkins. I was sitting on the couch where the volunteers lie down during their journeys, and Richards was in the chair where he has now sat and guided more than 100 psilocybin journeys since 1999. The room felt more like a den or living room than a room in a laboratory, with a plush sofa, vaguely spiritual paintings on the wall, a sculpture of the Buddha on a side table, and shelves holding a giant stone mushroom and various other non-denominational spiritual artifacts, as well as the small chalice in which the volunteers receive their pills. This guy is lying on the couch right there where you are, with tears streaming down his face, and I'm thinking, how absolutely beautiful and meaningful this experience is. How sacred. How can this ever have been illegal? It's as if we made entering Gothic cathedrals illegal, or museums, or sunsets. I honestly never knew if this would happen again in my lifetime. And look at where we are now. The work at Hopkins has been going on now for 15 years, 5 years longer than Spring Grove.